And I want to tell you an experience that I have, in which this is the other very important thing. I think in our near-death experiences, the three of us experience what is the no time. So there's also not really time. I said, who is keeping the time? And then I want to share that one day I was in a conference, and in this conference there was a workshop about mediumship. And at that moment in my life, I was not interested in mediumship. I always have had this open connection with the beings of light. So I really, and this works with a very, very high vibrational frequency. It's like having, wherever you have that dial in the radio, and I had a dial to have that connection. And then I really was not having that communication with what we call the spirits, of our loved ones. So when I was invited, I was reluctant, but I said, okay, let's go. But if I felt the sense that I had to be there, I listened to that call, and I went to this workshop. And at some point, they put us together in group of 10 people, and the person teaching the workshop started to um, do a meditation. In this meditation, we all went there and connected to the spirit world. She started to say there's a corridor, and you go to this courtyard, and there's a bench, whatever. And then once I was in the whole process, I met two beings of light. And incredibly, these were actually the spirit of two children. And these two children, I saw them shining as light because they were very elevated beings. And then what it requires, that you already detach from the physical reality. So these two children were very detached beings. And then when I met them, I immediately knew they communicated with me the personality that they had when they were here on earth, and I knew the connections that they had and who their family were. And then one of them expressed to me, I knew he was 18 years old. And then the first thing he said to me, he said, tell my mom to not worry, tell my mom to not hurry. I didn't understand what he was meaning with that, but then he said, tell her not to worry. And then he started to say repeatedly, tell her that I am loved, tell her that I am being loved.